2022. The country has safety measures in place and now...
So you just need your vaccination certificate, your passport obviously, and you'll need to register on a Filipino...
Mentioned many times here on this channel, the Philippines is our favorite beach destination, and we are already planning our next trip there, which will happen soon.
As you may know, the Philippines has over 7,000 islands.
To get there, you have two options if you're coming from a major city like Manila or Cebu. You can fly to Puerto Princesa and take a van from there, which is usually the cheapest option, but it takes a lot longer. Or you can fly directly into El Nido to Leo Airport. Many people visit another island called Coron nearby, and ferries are also available from there to El Nido.
We divided this travel guide into two parts, the west coast of El Nido and the east coast. We'll start by talking about the more popular west coast, where the main attractions and the El Nido town are located. The main area of El Nido is El Nido town, but there are many other neighborhoods nearby like Corong Corong and Calan. In these places you will find many hotels and restaurants, and this is also the area where the majority of the island hopping tours leave.
Stayed at some higher end resorts in the area called RC Villas, which costs around $70, and El Nido Reef Strand Resort that costs around $90. Both of these places have amazing views from the rooms and include a restaurant area with infinity pools. We also rented a beachfront house in Corong Corong for a week called the Beach House for $70, which is better if you want to be able to cook for yourself. And this place was great because it was right on the beach and you could hear the waves crashing at night.
Another unique place that we stayed was on a sailboat called Kalayaan, which is situated in either Corong Corong or El Nido town. For $130 you have a private bed and there is a captain on the boat who will assist you. There are kayaks available and a smaller speedboat that can take you to different beaches and islands nearby. In El Nido is the island hopping tours. There are four main boat tours called Tour A, B, C, and D, but there are other private tours available for a higher price, which allows you to mix the tours and visit some different areas. The boat tours range from $20 to $25 per person in a group tour, depending on which tour you decide to do, and you also have to pay an environmental fee, which is around $3.60, and it is valid for 10 days. These tours are where you encounter the iconic scenery that El Nido is famous for. The tours will take you to many different islands with incredible white sand beaches, coral reefs, and gigantic limestone cliffs. Some of our favorite spots that we visited on the tours are the Blue Lagoons, Pinagbuyatan Island, Secret Lagoon, and Secret Beach.
Also a few places close to the mainland that you can visit by renting a kayak from the El Nido town or Corong Corong.
Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. They can only be viewed properly from certain places, and the view of the lights can often be inconsistent due to the fact that they are natural and not on any schedule. Many people hunt for a glimpse of the lights, and if you'd like to join them, consider visiting these locations in Scandinavia. Start your adventure to see the Northern Lights off on a luxurious note with a stay at the Arctic Bath Hotel and Spa in Horads, Sweden. This beautiful hotel floats in the Luleå River and offers you a tranquil atmosphere to view the lights either from the parts of the hotel suspended in the water or from the cabins on the riverbank that are specially designed with large windows for viewing. Next, head further north to visit the town of Abisko. Located in the northern part of the country, Abisko is often considered one of the best places in the world to view the lights, and because of this, there are many guided tours that will help you see the lights when you're in town. The Aurora Sky Station in Abisko is an observatory, museum, and cafe that is the best place in town to see the lights. From Abisko, head further north to Tromsø, Norway. This beautiful town is an ideal place to view the lights, especially if you visit between September and April. You'll be able to make the town your base and venture further out to see the lights. You can go alone or book one of the many guided tours that are available. Itinerary 2. Active. Scandinavia is a prime destination for those who want to get active and explore the stunning landscape that makes up this region. To start your sporty Scandinavian adventure, head to the beautiful town of Lillehammer. This city hosted the 1994 Winter Olympics and is a great place for you to experience winter sports. For an adrenaline boost, try skiing. You can also venture closer to the Norway-Sweden border and visit Trysil, an iconic ski resort that includes over 46 miles of slopes for you to explore. Finish off your trip by going to see Geirangerfjord. Norway has about 1,200 fjords, but Geirangerfjord is the most gorgeous one by far. It's around 9 miles long and not even a mile wide. It has amazing views of mountains, making it the perfect hiking spot. Itinerary 3. The highlights. Scandinavia is also a region rich with history, arts, and culture, and you can plan a trip full of fascinating experiences as you travel through the region. Start your Scandinavian highlights tour with a stop in Denmark. There are many things you can do in this incredible country, but one of the most popular attractions are the beautiful Danish Royal Gardens. Rather than being a single attraction, these gardens are located throughout Denmark and associated with various castles. You can visit one before continuing on, or book a tour that will take you to many of the gardens and give you information as you go. Next, head northeast to Stockholm, Sweden. You can spend a lot of time exploring this historic city, visiting the ABBA Museum, or taking a guided food tour to Taysen, Norway. Bergen is the second biggest city in Norway, but it retains all the charm and tranquility of a picturesque fishing village. It's also a prime place to visit if you'd like to see the famous fjords. Within Bergen, you can explore Bryggen, a beautiful wharf area filled with quaint shops, restaurants, and cafes. No matter where you stay in Scandinavia, you'll be able to fill your trip with truly memorable experiences you won't be able to find anywhere else in the world. There you have it, 3 of our favorite Scandinavia itineraries that will let you absorb the best of the region in only 2 weeks. We hope you find our itineraries and guides helpful, and if you are planning a trip inspired by our itineraries, ensure to check our recommended of the best flights, hotels you can stay in, and best things to do during your visit in the video description below. Got only 2 weeks and need help planning and finding the best vacation package to Scandinavia? Visit us at multicitytrips.com today and see how our travel experts can help you design and personalize your European vacation.
And we just spent the last 2 weeks in the incredible futuristic city of Dubai. In this video, we want to share with you our top 15 favorite things to do in this city. Let's start off with number 15, Miracle Garden. This 3-time Guinness World Record breaker is filled with 150 million flowers and is the perfect place for not only flower lovers, but also children. You'll notice just how family-friendly it is when you initially walk in and are greeted by 2 immaculate shrub stallions that serve as a gate to the rest of the majestic garden. There's endless fun things to see, including a Smurf village, a flower princess floating above her castle, and the world's biggest floral installation, which is that life-size replica of the Emirates airplane. As I'm sure you know, Dubai gets pretty hot, so we recommend coming as soon as it opens at 9 a.m. You only need to spend 1 to 2 hours to see everything you want, and if you have some extra time, you can head over to the world's largest butterfly garden that holds 15,000 butterflies. Coming up is number 14, Dubai Mall.
The Dubai Mall is the largest mall in the world and is roughly the size of 200 football fields. It has more than 1,200 stores with every brand you could possibly think of and around 200 restaurants. You could definitely fill up an entire day here, especially because it's connected to the Burj Khalifa, and right outside its doors is the famous water show. Other mind-blowing things you could find here is an Olympic-sized ice skating rink, the world's largest indoor aquarium, and even a 150-million-year-old dinosaur which was discovered in Wyoming. If you're not a fan of crowds, avoid this area at all costs because it gets around 75 million visitors a year and can feel quite claustrophobic. Next up is number 14, the iconic Burj Khalifa.
Since 2009, the Burj Khalifa has been the tallest building in the world. At 828 meters high, it's equivalent to the size of 3 Eiffel Towers or 2 Empire State Buildings. It cost a whopping $1.5 billion to complete this structure. There's 160 floors, and you can ride all the way to 154 to visit the highest outdoor observation deck in the world. Don't worry, there's glass surrounding it so you won't fall off. I don't think people realize just how big this building is. If you're standing at its base, you have to crank your head all the way back just to see the tip of it. Ian, why don't you turn it sideways so I can see how it doesn't even fit in the frame?
Oh my god.
The building's exterior contains 26,000 glass panels, and I know what you're thinking. How do they keep it so clean? Well, they hire 120 glass cleaners, and it takes them 3 months to clean the entire building. And of course, while you're there, just outside the Burj Khalifa, you can see the world's largest water show. The Dubai Fountain was designed by a California-based company also responsible for the creation of the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas. It was so cool taking in the water show from above on the observation deck and then seeing it again from the ground floor. The fountains dance every 30 minutes starting at 6 p.m. The Burj lights up in the background and is truly a sight to see. Apparently, this spot is also very cool at New Year's when there are fireworks shooting from the building combined with a truly sensational water show. Next, we have number 12. Museum of the Future.
This has to be one of the coolest buildings we've ever seen, and it makes sense because its nickname is the most beautiful building on Earth. The symbolism behind it, though, makes it even more impressive. The building's circular form represents humanity, the green mound it sits on represents the Earth, and the void in the middle represents our unknown future. Wrapping the outside of the windows are 3 quotes from Sheikh Mohammed, who is the Prime Minister of the UAE and the ruler of Dubai. And these quotes in Arabic are his thoughts and vision for the city's future. The Museum of the Future officially opened to the public in 2022, so it's brand new, and that's why we couldn't even get a ticket to enter. We highly recommend you book online before arriving, so we'll make sure to put a link in the description below. Inside, you can expect to see the future of space travel, robots, innovation, and sustainability. Even if you can't enter the museum, you can still check out the lobby, which looks like you're walking into the future. It's an all-white room with spiral staircases, mesmerizing elevators, and a ceiling that glows up with more Arabic quotes. Personally, the best time to visit is at sunset, and when it gets dark, this entire structure glows in the night, with the city shining all around it. Up next is number 11, the unbelievable Palm Jumeirah.
There are 3 man-made islands off the coast of Dubai, but the biggest and most famous is the Palm Jumeirah. This palm tree-shaped island stretches 5 kilometers into the Arabian Gulf, and it's so massive that you can see it from space. To create this, they blasted 7 million tons of rock from a nearby mountain and dug up sand below the Persian Gulf. It cost $12 billion and took 6 years to build. The famous Atlantis stands at the front of the palm, and here you can have a full day of fun at the water park, which broke the world record for most water slides. We actually did spend a day here, and it was an absolute blast. I think if you have kids, this is the perfect spot to get